So you want to be in the ministry. Well, how about competition with other churches? Is that a problem? You decide. I had a young church that was bigger than our church, and they were donated a piece of land and were going to remodel the house that was there and make a church building out of it. And it was in a great location, but they didn't have a place to meet in the meantime. So I was listening to a conversation. I said, well, look, we're not 24/7 in our church. Why don't y'all come meet at our church whenever y'all want to, except at our church times. So I let them know what time we did on Sunday morning, and they did a meeting on Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock. Packed it out. I thought, oh man, this is great. Maybe they come join us, but no, they had their own facility. Well, how many pastors would share their church? Because I told them, I said, look, I'm not going to charge you any rent. I'm not going to charge you any electricity. And you don't even have to do cleanup because we got to clean up after Sunday anyway. And they said, really? I said, yeah, really. So brotherly love continues here, right? Well, further down the road, do you know those seeds you sow will come back to you? I had a church split, and I mean it split in two. And there was one man that led the people off and didn't even have a place to take them. Nevertheless, they wound up relocating somewhere else. But when they left, it put our finances in serious jeopardy. So I was not drawing a check at all. And we were having to pay that note. Oh man, that was a struggle. And I wouldn't tell anybody about it. I just, Lord, you got to do this. Well, it just so happens to be there was a little church was having a prayer meeting one night at a home 30 miles away. And somebody said something about us needing some money because we were having trouble with our mortgage and we needed to maybe refinance. I didn't tell them that. I don't know how they got that information. Sunday morning, before I walked in the church building, I was standing in the carport and this car comes racing down the driveway. And we had a gravel drive at the time and dust was kicking up. And the man jumps out and said, you Pastor Philip? And I said, yeah. He had a big old bag full of money. And I said, what is that? He says, we took up an offering for y'all last night and God told us that we were supposed to give this to you and you were the man that was in my vision. I said, what? I went in and counted that money. It was $20,000. It was just the right amount to go in and get refinancing on a loan and get caught up. I was like astounded. Whatsoever you sow, that shall you also reap. Let me tell you this, both of those churches, the one that we gave our facility to for many months and the other one that was the one that brought the money, was totally separate from us. Who's counting? David counted his people and God judged him for it and started killing people. Well, I want to tell you something. The church is Jesus Christ. I don't care what kind of name you got on it. It still belongs to the Lord and the people do. So I've always felt like we needed to have unity of the Spirit. We may not have unity of doctrine, but we can have unity of spirit. And we can share with one another our facilities, our buildings, our money, whatever it might be, even our congregation. We've had them come from other churches to our church when they had a regular meeting night and fill the place up. Look, totally different kind of church. So I'm looking back at this and thinking, how many pastors would do that today? Share their facilities, share their money with a denomination or a group of people that didn't even belong to their affiliation. Man, I don't know. But you need to think about that before you become a pastor, because jealousy will destroy you. Nevertheless, God rescued us, raised us up, and we were able to refinance that mortgage and get something we could afford, and people started coming in. I just look back on all of that and I think, what a miraculous God we serve. If you walk in unity of the Spirit. God bless you guys and go in peace, and may your ministry be very successful. Love you. Bye.